for this next matchup, it's going to be Dem Girlz versus Flipsid Tactics over at the commentator booth. We have Leaf and Lawler to provide you with the commentary. Take it away, guys.
Girls and Flipside, this is gonna be good, so good. I'm excited. How excited are you?
Pretty good, man. I'm about ready to take off my dancing shoes and sit down for this game because it's gonna be absolutely crazy.
I feel like we're gonna be standing up by the end of this one.
Right.
That's for sure. But Dem Girlz, Flipside Tactics, as they said, we're gonna see some dirty dangles, some spinneroonies. It's gonna be all over the place.
Starting it early, man. Starting it early.
Well, I mean, they're gonna be all up in the spectators' grills, showing some cool stuff.
Right.
When these guys can put it to each other, I mean, like the things to watch out for. We got Flipside Tactics. Insane. When you see them going up the field together, it's probably going to be a goal. Insane team passes. Dem Girlz off the backboard. That's something the Flipside's going to have to shut down quick. They love that backboard play.
Right, yeah. Flipside generally takes my vote with how well they've been playing. They've shown the consistency over the past couple of weeks with how strong they are. Marky being that key component of it. He's just all over the place on offense, defense, but really his offense stands out. He had more goals than the entire shoot and goal team combined in the first week. Absolutely insane.
Nuts. I mean, like, again, just one individual player outshining an entire team, but it looks like they are ready to get into this. I'm sure the chat is just going nuts right now because I am. Dem Girlz, Flipside Tactics. Group stages, this is a series of 5. All 5 games will be played. And we'll see who takes it.
It's like a preview of what we expect in the finals, and we get to get a taste of it right beforehand. I can't wait.
Gonna be nuts already off the bat. Cooks here. Try to take control, and he does to Marky Duda. As I said, those team plays are going to be critical for them. Mike Rules trying to keep the pressure alive. Greasy, Maestro, and Remco up the field already. Look at this, their attack already panning out. Let's see if another shot can come in, but a little bit far. Cooks here takes control. Always rocking that Batmobile. This could be a pass out front, but he's actually going to play it almost on net. Tries to get the contest. Mike Rules trying to keep that in, but has to rotate back now. Maestro in the air. The pass to Greasy just a little bit wide as they almost pinch that one in for an early goal in game number 1. But we're still scoreless. Cooks here tries to recuperate. We're seeing him get a lot of ball control already early on in this game. His teammates behind him, Marky Duda, just getting in the way of that. Greasy keeping it in the field. Remco trying to get that bounce up. Both teams trying to get this first goal. Marky Duda putting it back down into Dem Girlz' end. But right back. Let's see if a shot can come out. A demo from Greasy on Mike. This could be an opportunity for them to score off the corner. It got blocked up by Marky Duda. No Dem Girlz player there to put that in off the backboard, as I said. If he doesn't get to the side, that could be a goal off the crossbar. Another backboard pass as they almost got one in there. Critical miss from Cookser almost set up a goal for Dem Girlz, but now he's putting it back down into the other end. See if they can start a play of their own.
Yeah, you see between these two teams a lot of back and forth, and it's interesting with how fast of a pass game it is. They are also very patient, and it's weird to kind of understand how that works, where one team's willing to take it alongside. Like a little bit ago, we saw Cookser. He played that in front of his net and just dribbled it up. A quick little touch probably would have put it back in possession of the other team. So they're playing really patient, but also very quick pace.
I said that at the beginning. New players, the slower you play, the faster you'll notice you're actually playing, because you can get real play started up. Now Greasy off the backboard. He's not going to be able to follow that up, so they're going to have to rush back as Marky takes that to the skies and puts it out front off the backboard, but touched by a Dem Girlz first. It's going to keep that one from going in the net. Still scoreless. 2 minutes have already passed in game number 1. Both teams trying to get the first goal. Maestro off the wall. Remco's going to back up a bit as he saw Cooks here pushing that back down to midfield. Greasy to pick it up instead. He's going to go for a shot himself off the backboard. There's Remco with the follow-up, and no miss hit there. Maestro off the post. A miss, but he finishes it off. Maestro, the follow-through.
One of the only teams in Rocket League that is able to match this Flipside team on passes, but the something that Dem Girlz does so well is aerials and following them up. Like, they are unbelievable. Maestro knowing exactly where he needs to be on that.
I'm so glad you pointed that out there. Air control is beyond what I've seen most other teams be able to do. Cooks here winning out that kickoff. Neutral line down midfield, but Maestro with another shot on net. Marky just keeping that over with a nose. Greasy keeping that on target though. Maestro turning right around to get another shot off the backboard. Remco to follow it up. Cooks here, Mike Rules. They're doing everything they can to get these touches away from the center, but Dem Girlz keep putting it right back. And now on the recovery is Flipside Tactics as they try to make a push down. Right back in. Dem Girlz puts that ball into the orange end. Now finally maybe they can make a push out. Maestro and Greasy trying to get a play started up there. They are putting it on.
You'll see a lot of this out of both of these teams where even though there was a shot opportunity on net, they'll play it to the side just to maintain possession.
There's a shot out front for Cooks here. Marky's going to opt out of that one as he saw that the defender from Dem Girlz is Gonna send that back to midfield, almost in front, but Maestro just keeping that aside. The touches, very good from Widom Girlz on the defense, as they keep making sure they're getting solid touches, not putting them in a bad spot, but now Greasy gonna have to go up to save this one, as Marky Duda puts that just off the backboard. Could have been a passing play for Flipside Tactics. Now, moving down the field, Maestro, once again, as we said, those recorrections in the air, absolutely beautiful from Widom Girlz. Pass almost from Greasy. Remco getting demoed, gonna allow Flipside to move back on the attack. Off the backboard, Remco's gotta get a good touch, and of course, he does.
Yeah, you're gonna see Widom Girlz up so much and so often, and not only are they gonna get the initial touch, but when it comes into the air, they're gonna get the second one as well. Expect them to manipulate that ball however they freely choose.
Maestro just a little bit short on that, gonna try to at least get the boost. Push that forward, he knows the teammate's there to push it back into the end, but off the backboard could be a bad play. If Greasy misses this could be a shot on net. Marky does capitalize on that miss.
Marky being patient yet again, waiting for this arrow to go off the clear, not coming off the backboard as strong as Greasy hoped, and it falls right to Marky, who uses the top of his car to play it perfectly and very soft into the back of the net.
These guys are so quick, but look at this, tied up with a minute of gameplay left. Not sure if one of these teams are going to try to be super aggressive. There's a shot already got the kickoff. Greasy just barely able to keep that one out. Or if we're going to see an overtime situation, Maestro and Greasy moving up. This could be a bad situation. Maestro trying to get that, but the soft flick is going to get stopped out by a defender. His teammate was there, but couldn't quite get the read properly. But Widom Girlz not giving up yet. Greasy trying to get a touch. So smart to try to go for some of these things. Some of the things they go for is just nutty. Maestro.
Yeah, really smart plays coming out from both these teams. That flip could have been a little bit harder, especially with a teammate right next to him. But still, taking the 1v1 situation and trying to take advantage of it isn't the worst thing. We still have a tie game, anybody's game still.
Off the backboard, this is a bad spot for Flipside. Maestro just missing off the post. And there's no third in for another backboard hit. But there's Cooks here stealing it off. Mike Rules trying to push that in. Remco fighting for their lives right now, and he does do his team good. Now Greasy and all three of them moving up. Maestro, good communication on which one should take that off the wall. Still scoring opportunity as Greasy's up. He's going to put that on target. We'll see if Mike Rules drops that. He does, to make sure they hit in overtime.
What more do you want than Flipside Widom Girlz game 1 in overtime?
Already, I'm like, this is just telling you what the rest of the series is going to be. Mike Rules, Remco fighting for possession. Remco keeps it. But Marky bumps Remco back into it. Remco getting a little bullied around here as they try to make an attack, but back to their own end they go. Greasy's going to send that up to Remco, already ready for the pass. But he misses that, tries to get the read on Marky Duda, but doesn't get that stuff. So Marky Duda's going to move forward up the corner. This could be a bad situation for Widom Girlz, but a good one. As Cooks here tries to get a tap down. Cooks here with the angle. Oh my goodness.
This is why Flipside is so good. The ball goes up. He plays it down. Not only that, he takes the last guy coming in for the rotation and demos him. But still, even if that wouldn't have happened, Cookser gets this incredible shot. What the heck is this team made of?
Already, I mean, we saw Widom Girlz with so much pressure, such team play, but that's all the Flipside needed was Cooks here to get up. Just one nice little touch on it to put it in at the dirtiest angle. And that's it for Flipside taking game number 1.
Both these teams, like, if you break it down in purely statistical basis, Rawlings, our stat guy, and I were talking about this in detail. These guys go, like, dead even in every single stat, and you see it in the play. And usually you don't see that out of two teams. Like, you have one that's like, oh, we're a little bit better in this, but these guys are right down the middle. And it's crazy on how much it takes for them to, like, inch ahead in a victory.
Absolutely. As you just said, dead even. Everything's straight stats, even across the board, but it's, I mean, even in the score at the end, it was so close. But we'll see if we'll see now though if Widom Girlz can pull back. They had such a strong offensive game that one. Missed a couple shots actually. I think off. They had those backboard passes to each other. Shots were just going a little bit wide. I mean, Maestro did capitalize on one, but again, I think it could have been a little bit better for them on that. But it's such a close game still.
Yeah, expect Widom Girlz to clean it up a little bit. A lot of those shots they could have had, especially off that crossbar. That's what you meant. But yeah, between the two teams, I mean, it's anybody. It's going to go back and forth this entire series. Don't expect one to like get this huge lead because these teams will battle it out.
Well, already off to some super fast EU action. Game number 2. Flipside taking the first one in the series of 5. We'll see if Widom Girlz can take it back, tie up the series, or Flipside can take another point off of them. But both these teams just having fun with it. Obviously, I think they're sitting pretty well in the standings.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't have much to worry about, but for them, it's still, think of this as a preview of what they're going to be battling it out, not only in the online finals, but also the LAN. So this is an opportunity to them. It's like a really intense scrimmage.
Remco going to leave that one off the wall. Good touch away as There was a Predator waiting to put that one in. Marky Duda going to back off. Cucks here moving up. Rolls that one past Greasy. Going to take that instead. Maestro, Greasy moving up. Remco on the wall. Gets a touch out. Maestro waiting for that pass. Such smart awareness. These guys know exactly where that ball is going. Maestro with a challenge on Cucks here, but Marky Duda pushing that back to midfield, see if a third can move in. Greasy's going to steal it away instead as they move on the attack. Up the wall, this could be a good situation for Greasy if he can get the touch, but Cucks here moving in very quick. Steals that away now. Flipside going to try to move on the attack. Cucks here up, over, 2 attackers, 1 defender left. Greasy's going to have to get a good touch. Lets that roll down his front. See, takes possession, gets some boost, and pushes it right back down into that orange end. But once again, there's Cucks here, but get taken out by Remco.
Despite him rocking that Batman car, it's like as flat as a pancake.
Oh, the pass from Remco to Maestro, but he couldn't quite sink it in. But
back middle.
Almost another one. Wow, these guys, the control and awareness. Greasy up for a touch, but Marky Duda very smart to get in the way of that because that was probably on target.
Yeah, despite Marky being one of the best offensive players in this game, he also is one of the best defensive players in this game too. Just getting in the way.
Marky Duda, oh, Greasy just keeping that from going in. We'll see now. Flipside trying to go on the attack. Good stuff from Mike, but Maestro waiting for that. Takes it out, but still stuck on their own end. We Dem Girlz having to recuperate as that's going to roll up front. Remco, good touch. Let's see if he can follow it up. Nope, Mike Rule's going to be there instead, also taking the boost. Could be a sticky situation if they get out boosted and boost starved here. We Dem Girlz might get scored on. Well, the rotation's still strong. Remco getting a clear to give them a little bit of breathing room as they move down the field. Miscommunication there actually has been bad. A demo on Maestro from Mike stops any offensive play from happening. Now Remco trying to beat out the last defender. Almost does. There's the pressure out front. This is a potentially open shot on the far side. Cooks here just getting up in time to make that save.
He had like no boost on that and taking full advantage of the double jump. So he jumps, boosts, jumps again, and just enough to get to that ball in time. If he would have done that, it would have been a goal.
Good bounce pass there from Remco. That's going to be to Greasy, but he couldn't get enough of a nose on that to sink it in. Remco, a little bit slidey there, is going to make Maestro and Greasy move back as Mike Rules moves that ball up the field. Still scoreless, approaching that 2-minute mark left in this game. Flipside now on the advance, but Remco's going to drop that to the side, see if Maestro can pull it away. The pinch out's going to be to no one but the opponent. Ooh, almost redirected that into his own net by accident. Mike with the shot. Remco's going to send that to Greasy. Greasy just trying to keep up with the ball. See if they get a pass out. Remco and Cucks here having a little bit of a tussle over there, but a shot maybe from Weedham here as it goes just off the crossbar. Little bit of a redirect there, saves Flipside from being down a goal. Maestro off the corner to follow it up. Marky Duda, smart placement to make sure that stays away, but almost gave that to Remco as he tries to drop that in. Cucks here keeping it away. Once again, Cucks here all over the field at the moment.
Yeah, the big difference between these teams and some of the others is look at their spacing. Those three all move towards the ball at the same time. They're like, all right, this guy's got it. And they spread out immediately. But then they're able to counter it on We Dem Girlz by doing the same thing. They spread out, they position well, and they make those positions count.
They attack so quick, and just to transition out of their own end there, and now We Dem Girlz back on the attack, and they're in a defensive situation, is so brilliant to see.
Yeah, like when they make that position, it's not just the initial hit. They, as soon as they land or as soon as they hit, they look like, okay, what can I get out of this? What can I do next? Whether it be a bump, whether it be moving to another spot that puts them at advantage. And it's so well done, but it's just second nature.
Cooks here with a pass over to the middle, but Remco way up in there to take that away, and Maestro with another touch off the backboard. Can they make a play out of this? Marky Duda sends that back to midfield, but Greasy back on the attack.
Man, so crazy with this aggression, but matched perfectly by this defense. Who knows how this is going to end up with dangerous plays like that?
Down, yeah. Remco just gets beat out Mike Rules, though. We'll see, though, if they can keep the pressure up there, keeping this on in the flip side end, but pass to Mike Rules, from Mike Rules out to Marky Duda, stuffed out by Greasy. Maestro with him to support. We're going to see if they get a play started up as it heads back down into flip side's end. And contest will most likely come out in the air here. No, Cooks here is going to be able to put that back. Greasy now finally taking it off the ball. The pass to Remco, but Remco a little bit short on that, or a little bit ahead of that one. Too preemptive, misses out on the shot. We might see an overtime with 0-0 unless We Dem Girlz can get a play started right here. And this might drop down, I'm sure. Michael probably try to let it drop. I thought he would, but they might be able to actually get a play started up the other end. They keep it alive, but Remco, of course, going to let that one die as it was hurtling towards their net.
Yeah, smart play by Remco. Rather than trying to battle back against this flip side defense, offense is like, what do you, no, just let it drop, let it reset, give yourself a chance.
Overtime, sudden death
Oh,
situation.
no.
Cuxier trying to go over everyone, but Greasy. Patience on that. That's still a situation for Marky Duda to score, but he misses. Remco now trying to push that towards the net. Cuxier getting a touch to the side, follow it up himself. He's going to be supported by Marky Duda. Oh, nice little dribble there. The drift dribble, the shot on net. Remco just barely keeping that one out.
Wow, Cuxier, like, for those that don't realize, he didn't have the angle on that shot he was looking for, so he power slid into the ball to get the parallel angle, and then ripped a shot top left. Oh my goodness, these guys are insane.
The mechanical skill off the charts. This is what I've been looking forward to now. Cuxier to roll it up the wall, but bounces out instead. Marky Duda going to take advantage of that to put it back to Cuxier, but Remco getting a piece of that, throws it back to midfield. Mike Rules with the pressure, keeps it in. Flip side, setting up for an attack. Good pressure from Marky Duda, keeps that in. All Dem Girlz went up for that one as they tried to counter-attack that, but now they're stuck still in their end. Someone needs to get back for this. Could have been a bad situation for them. Cuxier couldn't get that pass out to his teammate in time, and now Greasy moving it to Maestro. Maestro up, but Cuxier getting in the way of that one. Greasy's going to back off, let Remco take it instead. Now we're sitting around a midfield battle. Maestro off the wall. The pass over to Remco. Remco a little too far forward. Is going to allow Cuxier to throw it right back in. Marky Duda off the backboard. Cuxier there to support him. He gets the touch. That's on target, but Remco with a good rotation keeps it out. Both these teams so good both ways, defensively and offensively, keeping this action-packed.
Despite that being the truth, it seems to be that Flipside is taking advantage of the possessive game. A majority of this game has been on Dem Girlz defense, and eventually they will break. It's just a matter of when.
There's a shot a little bit wide from Remco. Cuxier keeps it aside. Maestro trying to get something out for Remco. Remco was waiting, but now going to get in the way. Bump there is going to allow a breakup from Marky Duda, but no, Greasy stuffs that one. Good touch from Mike to keep that away. Marky Duda to follow it up, pushing that back down towards the blue end. Remco to roll around the wall, but no follow-up from him. He's going to sit them on the defense and allow a recuperation from Flipside as they try to make another attack. A little bit of a weird touch from Mike Rules, takes that away from Cuxier, and now Greasy to Maestro. He's going to take control of this, tries to get it past the last one, gets a good stuff on it. Mike Rules picks it up though. Remco, side touch, just try to keep it alive. Once again, a midfield battle. Shot from Marky Duda coming out. It's going to be a soft one. Greasy has to win this one out. He does. Maestro on the ground just in case. He's going to try to take this one away. Marky with a shot, though. This is going to be almost close. There it was, Mike Rules, but Remco was waiting for that. Greasy losing out on that one's going to set up Flipside. Another attack. This could be a bad pass out to Mike Rules. Cuxier to follow it up, and they sink it in. Oh, the touch from Dem Girlz right out to Flipside, and they take another one.
I'm interested to see how far back Cuxier got up for that. Oh yeah, he came in that pretty aggressive. He expected to get that shot himself, but the pass in front coming from his teammate, able to come down and land it and pinch it into the goal. I told you eventually it was going to break down on that defensive side, and it was a matter of 2 minutes and like 42 seconds. It was almost a 3-minute overtime until we got our first goal. Insane.
Yeah. That's not, again, once again, even on everything, but there's so many saves, so many shots. It's so back and forth. And it's not, there are times I saw even Dem Girlz, no one near net, but somehow they're making it back, and you were right, they did eventually break, but no one near it, and somehow they're making it back to stop any of these plays. These guys are so good. It's just crazy watching these guys compared to everyone else.
Yeah, when you look at these two teams, there's a lot to learn and a lot of things to just like wide open mouth, like how the heck did that just, not again, dude. You had enough what faces and Craig has was yesterday. But no, like the teams going back and forth and how exciting it is to watch. It doesn't truly explain like the mechanical skill that goes into it. Obviously, the guys at the desk said like 2,000 hours to get into this, and for some that's still not enough, right, Carpet?
Shots fired. We'll see though going in the next one if finally Dem Girlz can take a point off of Flipside. But again, Flipside just going nuts and taking 2 games. I mean, that final nice little touch from Cuxier at the end to tucker in and get them a second win. But once again, down to Beckwith. We're gonna see if the pace can change up for Dem Girlz as we go into game number 3. Flipside Tactics, Dem Girlz, already 2 action-packed games. I can guarantee you there's going to be a third.
Yeah, with these two teams, it's definitely going to be a team effort. There's no individual like style play unless like some crazy mind game or something happens. It definitely has to be a pass play or something unique to get a goal, because nothing easy is going to go in unless it's a major mistake.
No, these are teams. They play as teams, and they're showing you the power of teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. We'll see, though, who gets the first goal off of this. It's 30 seconds in. Both teams feeling it out. Maestro up the wall. Remco fighting out Mike to make sure he can't get a touch on that, but Marky gets a little bit of a backside, moves that forward himself, stuffed out at midfield by Remco, but Flipside moving it forward. Cuts here, battling it out with Maestro. Just missing that one though, it's gonna allow maybe Weedham to get the ball out. Remco losing out on the boost though. Mike, the stuff and the boost and the shot off the crossbar. Still an opportunity for Cuts here to get a shot, but he misses. Tries to put it in the top corner, just missing, but finally another one. And Marky getting the credit for that one.
Man, so many crossbar hits, just like right at the edge. But that ball coming up, you see, trying to get in front of it on this defense, just not enough. And the rotation game coming in from this Flipside team, just punishing these guys one after another.
First goal being credited to Flipside Tactics. Game number 3. Only a minute has transpired in this match. We'll see. Dem Girlz can come back. It is plenty of time for them to do so. Maestro up the wall. See if we can get anything started up for a scene. Stuff on that by Mark Duda. Moves it back forward for Flipside. It's going to go a little bit far, but that can still be a shot for them. I know Cooks here can get those crazy angles. He was there trying to get to it, but now Maestro seems to get the pass out to someone like Remco, but not a good piece of that one. That's going to be out front. Dangerous spot for Dem Girlz. Maestro pushing to the side to allow his teammates to try to get back on that rotation. Greasy going to drop that onto the ground. Very smart play. Takes control of it, but it's a little in front of him, and I think he's out of boost. Looks like Flipside taking advantage of that. Tries to move it back down the other end of the field. Mike getting some boost steals. A little cheeky in the corner there as throw it back down into Dem Girlz end. See if they can break out now with only one boost amongst the 3 of them to share.
Well, that's really smart from Mike Rules, too. We know how strong these guys are in the air, so why not try to take some of that away by denying them boosts? And it's really good, and when you have the time, because this team isn't playing as aggressive in the air as we normally see, a lot of these aerials coming up expect to see someone on Dem Girlz kind of take a pass off with it, and they just haven't been doing that yet. Part of that reason, Mike denying the boost.
Remco and Maestro both up for that one. Gonna leave Greasy to try to challenge this, but Remco instead. Greasy's waiting back, takes control, but Marky steals that away off that pass to himself. Maestro, good smart touch to the side, make sure that goes back into their possession. Now Greasy getting that down in the end, and this is something you're seeing Flipside do, is denying any kind of backboard hits, and now they're on the attack once again. And Remco just throwing away the possession on that, but getting a second touch to kind of make Flipside be a little off their tracks here. Maestro way over to the far side. Remco going for boost. Going to miss out on this pass, but now he's up in the air for this one off the backboard. I expect this to go. See if a follow-up can come out of it. Cooks here putting that in a spot out of reach for his teammate, but getting the second one. Greasy still on the ball. Could put this one in. Just getting a touch as Cooks here, but Maestro and Remco still on that ball as the pressure is on from Dem Girlz. Still in that Flipside end as Maestro keeping the pressure alive. They're trying to get a shot on. 2 minutes left in this match. They're down a goal. They need one to tie this up, and it's not easy to get one against Flipside.
No, especially with how strong they've been playing all around. Oh, that
Remco,
save.
that was close.
Yeah, it's Remco trying to get up and make a save there. Almost puts it in his own net. Very dangerous, but coming out. Now they just a matter of they can get the clear.
Off the corner. This could be in the center of the net. Greasy gets one touch. Maybe not enough, though. Remco waiting back for this. All 3 of them are there. They need to move this out. Minute 25 left. Maestro getting the 50-50 on that, but Mike Rules takes control, puts it right back down. Marky and Mike up for that. I'm sure Cooks here is moving in for that third. There he is, just keeping possession off the corner. You'll see a self-pass. A second touch actually didn't really do too much for his team, but Maestro missed that off the wall. Greasy getting control, sends that deep down into the flip side end, but right back it goes. So get that back there as Flipside moves back on the attack. Marky just hovering around that corner, trying to get a play started. He might be able to do one here, but Remco, Maestro, both up for that. They're getting caught on the backtrack right now as Flipside really putting in some work. The pass out to Marky Duda, and he gets the tail end on it.
Once again, the pressure coming out from Flipside. Mike beats and wins over Maestro, but still while in the air, passes it off the corner to Marky, who's already in the air waiting for a shot. Like, just stop, please. Like, I can't handle it.
These guys are going off now on Dem Girlz. They're up 2 goals, 40 seconds left. This is going to be a hard climb. It looks like Dem Girlz getting a little bit stuck in their own end when they're not able to get some of those shots on net and any real plays developing on Flipside's end. So we'll see. They can finally do that. 30 seconds left to be able to do that.
Well, a lot of the reason why those plays aren't developing is because of this Flipside team. They're meeting them at half field. They're trying to win these 50-50s.
Oh, this could be what they need, though. Maestro,
oh, no!
Off the crossbar, not able to stick it in, and now Flipside
takes
control.
Marky
Duda just deking out that midfield defender and sinking another one.
I'm so glad that happened. Look at this power slide so he can get the angle, and then mid-power slide, he gets another touch on top of his car to play it over the last defender. There's such mechanical skill coming out in this game. I wish we could highlight it all, but it just happens too much.
Marky Duda, so good. But now they're up 3-0, 10 seconds left. Looks like We Dem Girlz is going to have to try in the next game. There's no way they're going to be able to pull this one back in game number 3. We're going to go into game number 4 after this, and We Dem Girlz going to have to pull this one back.
Yeah, this more so just comes down to seeding now. Who's going to be first, who's going to be second. Flipside did end up winning in the end of the online final last qualifier, even though We Dem Girlz took first seed. So they're battling it out. They're showing why they are a top contender. And you just look at the stats between these two teams. 0 goals, 0 assists coming out from Greasy and the rest. Still a decent amount of shots, just none of them really connecting. A couple very close, though.
I mean, again, it's stats not quite stacked up. We Dem Girlz a little bit slacking on that one. Coming into the next two, if they want to walk with any points, they're going to have to start getting that momentum shifted forward now. They only have the opportunity to take 2 more points out of this, so we'll see if they can do so, as now Flipside up 3 games on them.
It's got to be a good feeling to come in that strong and really take it to them. They're beating We Dem Girlz at their own game, not only in the air, but also the ground game. And that seems to be the difference. They're using differences in elevation. They're playing high, they're playing low, doing both ways very well.
Game number 4 of We Dem Girlz versus Flipside Tactics. Can We Dem Girlz make this turnaround and get a couple points themselves? We're going to find out right now. Stay tuned. Here we go. Remco getting a soft drop down to his teammate. If they can try to get this out, that's going to be still in a weird spot for them. Greasy is going to have to follow it up. He does, but a shot on by Mike Rules.
Oh, that save.
Looked like Remco was barely ready for that one.
Yeah, Remco went up with Greasy on that one, able to drop down and jump and use the tip of his car to knock it out just in case. Still keeping this a tie game, but they have a chance to score here.
That's still up front. This could be pressure on, but Cucks here taking advantage of that ball in the air, getting into the side, but Greasy almost putting that in from the wall, a little bit far to the side. Maestro going to try to recollect it and put it right back into the slot there. Pressure from Remco keeps that potentially happening. Someone needs to be on this, though, as Marky Duda just leaves it for Mike Rules. A little dance from Marky. We'll see if he can push it past 2 attackers. There's a demo on Greasy. This is going to allow Flipside to break out at this point if they can take advantage properly. Remco with good pressure, though, to keep that in. That's going to drop. A little bit weird, Remco trying to take advantage of it, but no goal resulting out of that one.
It's crazy how well this Flipside team backs up their teammates. Despite that mistake from Cooks here, dropping it right in front of the net, a very dangerous position. Another rotation coming in through.
Oh, the pass plays, though, from We Dem Girlz does get it back down in, and they're still on the attack. Now they're getting those backboard passes that they like, but they couldn't capitalize on it.
No, it just doesn't seem to be the follow-up is there. They're getting contested way too well.
Marky off the backboard. This could be a bad spot. Thankfully, Remco was there to push that out.
Cooks here up early, though. You see how fast these guys are approaching the ball. But still, being met, this is anybody's game to win still.
Maestro over to Greasy. Greasy does get that out to midfield, but Marky Duda's waiting for that one. Remco now up. Maestro, Greasy, both going for the same boost. Could be a bad spot for them now. It's going to allow Flipside to move back on the attack as they have to take control. Giving that away, though. Mike Rules out to Marky Duda. Marky Duda off the back. Can he take another pass out? It's off the corner. It's going to be not going to be in their favor. Good pinch from We Dem Girlz. Send that deep into the zone, almost. Remco sinking that in off that pinch.
Yeah, really good pinch. Both players hitting the ball equally. And I mean, ideally, it's pinching it and, yeah, like a cannon, shooting it downfield. Big clear that they desperately needed to collect some boost and regain their thoughts.
Ooh, Mike Rose just trying to slow roll on that. Greasy backwards could be a bad spot. But they do manage to get control of it. Ooh, a little bit of miss from Remco. I'm not sure if he tried a mind game or missed that one, but no one was there to follow along on his team for that one. So now they're stuck back in their end. Marky Duda, demo from Remco and Mike Rose. That's going to stop that advance, but Cucks here taking place of him, moves right up to keep that pressure on. Mike Rose dropping that down. Maestro, ooh, a little bit slow on that one's going to allow Marky Duda to take it to get a shot. The fake out, the shot for Cooks here off the backboard, the pass to Mike Rose, but gets stopped out by We Dem Girlz defense. Mike Rose going to have to rush back as Marky Duda moves in instead. Remco, no boost, I think. Couldn't get up to that one.
Yeah, too many guys going up for the same shot there. You can tell Remco is struggling. He rotates back in the net and uses a little bit boost, thinking that he was going to actually go far, and that was the problem. He wanted to go to the far end to collect that boost, but Marky, the first one to the shot, puts it back in.
First goal now in favor of Flipside in game number 4. These are so close games. We Dem Girlz barely keeping them out, though. They're struggling to get any plays. Here's one, though. Maestro, finally. They sink one to even it up. Very, very quick answer from We Dem Girlz.
Yeah, caught this Flipside team looking lazy. Remco gets up and takes a bounce off the back, but still trying to rotate in doesn't matter as Maestro beats Mike to the ball and puts it in the net. We got a tie game.
There we go. 2 minutes left, though. Either team can pull away with this one. We're going to find out who's going to be on the kickoff. Oh, that's that fake out that we saw earlier, or last week, sorry, from Flipside, but it didn't really pan out for them this time.
Yeah, for those that don't know what we were talking about, they were actually down by 2 goals against, I think it was shoot and goal. And what they ended up doing is they faked the kickoff. When the guy goes for the ball, he just moves slightly to the left, because when you jump into the ball on the kickoff, it plays super fast and straight back to that last defender. It allows them to chip it up and set up a pass play.
And take control, yeah.
They tried it 3 times, and they were able to clutch it on the last one to take that victory. It was insane.
We Dem Girlz putting on some pressure on that ball, but they got to break out of their end. There's Maestro. Does win that one out. Greasy boosted up. See if they can get a play started up. Maestro coming in hot, but Greasy's going to have to collect that up. Mike Rule's trying to get a bump. That's in front of the net. Cooks here. Off the wall. Remco off the crossbar. No one to follow it up, though. Cooks here is going to be an easy steal away, but he does give away possession with that quick hit. Remco back to shot on net. Remco. Oh, my goodness. Good shot.
This is what we expect out of We Dem Girlz. Ball up high. Greasy being the first one there and passing it with a Remco waiting right by the net to knock it in. Beautiful pass play.
Good teamwork, and that sets them up, but there's still a minute left. And the way the Flipside's been playing, they still have a chance to even this one out and take another point. Let's see if they can do that now. They're already on the attack. Cooks here up, beats out one of the attackers. Remco, the last one back, misses that. And there's Cooks here, as I just said, to even it up.
Oh my gosh. Cooks here going up with a chip, playing it over, and then using that big car to knock it down. But him getting sideways allows him to play it like directly. He uses that unique angle of that car to play it underneath.
Big old plank of wood flying through the air. They tie it up. 50 seconds left now. Remco trying to get his team on the move forward, but Mike Rules off the backboard gets that way deep into We Dem Girlz end. Greasy Meister throws that really high. Nice lob to that one, but caught off the corner there by Cooks here. Is going to have Marky Duda and Mike to set something up here. They do. Nice, good pass play there off the backboard. Greasy gets that. Nice, solid touch off the roof. Puts it right back in. Demo from Maestro as they try to get a play started. Mikey's on this. Almost got the touch, but Remco does drop it down for Greasy. We'll see if they can push it forward. 18 seconds left as both these teams fighting for a goal, so they don't have to go to overtime. Maestro almost taking control, running away from Marky there. Got a little bit of a chase down going on, but Marky now putting that in. Remco has to keep this away, but almost gives away possession. Maestro does everything it can to make sure the Flipside doesn't take it. This is out in front of the net. They could keep this one alive right here. That's going the wrong direction for We Dem Girlz, though, and I'm going to assume he's going to let this die out. He does, because they want to hit an overtime. You don't want to keep that alive when the momentum is going the wrong way.
Right, yet another overtime for these two teams battling it out. Good job by We Dem Girlz for equalizing multiple times, especially with some really solid pass plays.
Oh, Marky just trying to keep that alive, I guess. You saw clear potential for We Dem Girlz, but it does still end up down in their end. Greasy on that one, the pinch up off the corner. Someone needs to be out for that. Maestro on it, a little bit wide, but no, Mike Rules almost putting that in his own net. Marky Duda taking that away to make sure no more We Dem Girlz can get a shot on that one. We Dem Girlz up again. Remco, can he get a good pass down? He tries to soft lob that in or just leave it in. Cooks here does read that properly and takes it away from the net. Greasy's still on this. The demo smart from Marky. He's going to allow his teammates to move out. See if they can get pushed out, but they can't. Maestro already there with the pressure. So We Dem Girlz trying to get a shot in off the backboard. This is going to be it. Maestro gets the shot and puts it in to win them their first point.
Yeah, all that. Mike Rule sitting back in net, super close. Ball gets played off and hitting that corner. He thought he was going to be able to get a huge clear, and that would have been a beautiful setup on offense for them, but just barely missing it, allowing this team to rotate in and take a win. Game going to We Dem Girlz.
You're right. If he had gotten that touch, there would have been one defender back with already 3 Flipside moving forward, but there you go. We Dem Girlz taking a point, and that was some of the they were getting backward. They were getting in on the attack and getting some passes out, and that's what they needed to see. And they just weren't doing it in those past couple games. Right. And that's what allowed them to walk away with a point now.
Yeah, that's that We Dem Girlz team that we expect. Those plays where you saw Greasy going up very, very quickly and very high in the air, playing it across field, using that map direction. We're going from left to right instead of that direct approach is what makes We Dem Girlz so good. So glad to see them pull that out, especially in a crucial game.
Well, we're going to see already these guys are ready to go. Down into game at number 5. We're going to see what happens is Dem Girlz going to be able to walk with another point. I mean, the way they were just playing there, I think they have a chance, but it's still going to be hecka close.
Yeah, these two teams are at the top for a reason. You see their characteristics of their style really showing in this series. It just seems to be that Flipside.
Oh, early kickoff goal. Maestro taking advantage of someone going for boost.
James, you mad, bro?
Triggered.
Yeah, Greasy winning that 50-50 on the kickoff and just passing right to Maestro. It wasn't even the fact that somebody wasn't back in net. It just, he cheated up really hard on that to get a goal. Very risky, but working in his favor.
There's a kickoff in favor of Weedham as Greasy already up, but misses out on that boost. I think he does finally get it. He's going to fight back, though. There's only Remco left back. Mike Rules with the pass out. That's actually on target, but Greasy going to have to get it to the side. He does. Mike with another one out front. Cooks here waiting on the far side for that. Pinch pass out to the center. Markey trying to squeeze that pass. Remco and Greasy using their bodies to make sure it doesn't. Good pass out there. Remco leaving it for Maestro. Maestro to Greasy, but that goes in no one's favor except Mike Rules as he almost stuffs it in. Remco rushing to get back to his net for that one as they're trying to keep the lead.
Yeah, part of the reason why they had the pressure there was one of the players on Dem Girlz got demoed. Remco went for a boost deny from the other player who was trying to starve him and ended up rotating back in to clear it out. So that boost actually coming in big favor.
Mike rolls out to midfield but gives away possession to Maestro. Maestro moving up. See if he can get a passing out to his teammates. No, that's going to midfield. Marky Duda over the last defender, just getting an inch over and puts one in to tie it up. Yeah,
Remco had a slight delay in this aerial here, recognized he couldn't get to it, and it leaves Greasy in a very rough position, but Marky taking that over the top for the goal.
Yeah, like I don't know what's worse, trying to go up for that, knowing you might not make it, or ending up in a 1v1 ground situation against Marky Duda.
No thanks either way.
But there it is, the time. Still only a minute has passed by in game number 5. We'll see who's going to pull away with the lead on this, or we're going to have with another overtime. Markey dropping down for Cucks here, but Maestro takes it away instead. Good back pass, but no one there to really take it. Remco does get finally a touch on it, but Mike was already set up for that. Way deep down into Dem Girlz and Greasy chipping that one up. Cooks here going to take advantage to keep it in the end. Mike, a follow-up. Cooks here a little bit of bounce. Probably didn't want to do that one. It's going to allow Dem Girlz maybe a push out. Greasy takes control. Cooks here finally gaining his feet. Just fights that out at midfield while his teammates recuperate. Very good stall from him. Mike Rose making it back in time, make sure that doesn't go in the net. Dem Girlz got to get an attack started up if they want to pull ahead, but Cooks here wants if they want to pull ahead instead as they start to move down towards Dem Girlz. But Remco, can he get this off the backboard? He's going to try, and he almost does. Mike, what a good read from Mike.
Mike saw that coming from a mile away, positioning his car to get in front of that extra touch.
Markey moving that quick across his own net. Mike trying to get some boost, but Cooks here is going to move up with Markey instead. Ooh, Maestro with a good stop. Remco there to support him. They're going to move it down into the corner. So if they can get something out front, that's going to go a little bit too far. Dem Girlz trying to get something started up. The roll-up could be a good spot for them. Markey a little bit late up to that, but does block it out. Actually, very smart save from him. Greasy almost tucked one in.
Both these teams doing a really good job on matching each other. We see a lot of offense coming out now from Dem Girlz, but Flipside matching it equally on defense.
Oh, Markey! No, that was almost so dirty as he gets it from the corner. Remco just getting the stop, but another one off the crossbar. Remco keeping his composure, moves that down in the other and trying to get a read himself. He does, but the touch not in a very good spot for his teammates as they're still back trying to recover from that attack before. Cucks are on target. Greasy sending that way flying in the air. Remco trying to get a touch as he was cherry picking up down in the deep orange side of the field. Greasy, last defender. Good roll on that, but Markey and Cooks are up for that. It's not going to be good for them. They're not going to be able to set them play off that. It's going to allow actually Weedham to move out, but Greasy a little behind on that. Mike to Cooks here. Oh! Almost in. They're still going to try to keep the pressure on as Markey puts it back off the side. But finally, Dem Girlz regains control and puts one on target. Cooks here barely getting to that one. I'm sure he was scared for his life on there.
Dude, I love the reaction of watching.
Oh, there we go. And finally, I think Cooks here out of boost is going to miss that one in.
Yeah, Maestro flying through. Remco wins a 50-50, and that pinch off the wall just works in the favor of Dem Girlz to put it in the back of the net. I remember I was talking to kind of a newer player, and they laugh at every time because they're like, how do these players even play the game? The ball's never on the ground. It's always in the air. Like, don't cars drive? They can't fly. It's like, no, these guys fly all over the place.
Boost control, baby. That's what it's all about at this level. To make sure that you always have that boost off the crossbar. Almost. Maestro was ready for the cleanup, but Mike Rules keeps that away. Good touch from Maestro. Can he follow it up? He does, but a little bit quick to the trigger on that one. Cooks here moving back a bit, takes the ball away from him, but there's a shot. Greasy off the crossbar. Could have been in. Maestro off the crossbar again. Another pass. Once again, their patented play. They're trying to get this going on. There's another one. Can they follow it up? There it is. Markey almost in spot for that. Greasy, the onslaught off the backboard. That is precisely what we said before these started.
Yeah, Dem Girlz trying to separate themselves. Greasy takes a chip up. I don't know how it managed to squeak through those two players and get the crossbar, but waiting patiently for it underneath, able to put it in. But that's something that we, like you said, Dem Girlz is known for, using the backboard and a lot of aerial passes.
It looks like they miss sometimes, but no, it's just them passing it off the backboard.
Always calculated.
Intentional, calculated. Now 50 seconds left for Flipside to come back. We'll see if they can do that as they try to move it out the field. Or back down into the other end of the field. There's Mike getting a nice cut underneath. The Maestro chips that one up. Cooks here, keeping it alive in the blue end. They're going to try to do something with this here. A little bit of an awkward spot for them. Cooks here waits on that. Remco takes control off the wall. Nice little lob to the other end. Follows it up himself. They just need to keep the lead. So as long as they can keep pressure on and keep them stalled, that's all they need. But this could be a chance for them to score. Cooks here need a little bit of extra power, and he does. Puts his body in the way to make sure that was not getting saved.
Yeah, great pass coming out from Markey. Recognizing there's a teammate in a better position. Plays it up. Cooks here comes in and takes that little bit of extra power to put it in front to knock it into the goal.
Now only a 1-goal differential for Flipside. They can still pull this back. We'll see what happens. This is the last one. Dem Girlz needs to get this extra point if they want to walk away with 2. Walk away without it being a 4-1, but Flipside, 14 seconds left to make a play happen, and they're getting pressured right now. The touch from Remco.
Oh
what a touch.
Just a soft little chip over the top. Defense rotating through. Markey gets it, but waiting for it on the side there to pass it back in to Remco over the top. Trying to put this out of distance.
A nice little hop there, just a whoop. Puts it right in. Beautiful. Beautiful from Remco. 10 seconds for 2 goals for Flipside. Not going to be an easy task, but they are on the attack right now. They lose pressure, though, and this is looking like it's going to be it. It's Maestro, that's going to drop, and game number 5 goes to Dem Girlz, and as everyone predicted, very close, 3-2 in favor of Flipside.
Actually, 4-1.
Was it?
Your math is still terrible.
Am I still really bad at math?
I love you for it.
Oh, man,
yes,
wrecked.
4-1 in favor of Flipside. But despite that series going that way, it's still an extremely, extremely close series. Both these teams battled it out absolutely crazy. What is he doing? Oh, he's got to use his fingers. Figured it out.
I got my toes in there too. But absolutely incredible games either way from both teams. That was amazing play. That was you know my coffee was wearing off. I was gonna get another one, but I don't need to anymore. That was exciting, exhilarating. I'm glad that we got to see all that happen so fast from EU. That's top level EU, top in the world gameplay. Right. We're gonna go back to the Desco, see what they said. I think some of the predictions might have been off though, as my math was super off. We're gonna go back to the desk. Thank you guys. Axel Toss, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Wow, that was quite a bit of fun. I mean, Flipside came out winning 3 in a row. We're like, wow, they're pretty good. But then Dem Girlz showing up a little bit better and coming back and winning 2. Still a very close match. I still feel like these teams are very evenly matched.
Oh, these are the best teams in the world, and they just proved it. The pace at which they play is just, it's so much faster than any other teams that we've seen. And we saw 3 overtime games in that series.
I don't know what Leaf's talking about. My predictions were spot on. I don't know about yours,
He was
James.
talking about math, not predictions. So.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, I mean, just the speed of all 6 of these players, it's just a matter of like half seconds of when they beat each other. Like you said, 3 overtimes, which means they were neck and neck in 3 of those 5 games. And Dem Girlz losing the first 3, still managing to get the last 2, keeping their heads above the water.
Mm-hmm. Let's take another look at some of the best highlights there from that match. Certainly the highest level of rocket play you're going to see.
Yeah, and you saw Maestro getting this early goal, just sneaking it past the defense. But really, the super goal of that game was the Cooks' insane aerial knocking it down into the net to win the game.
No matter how much pressure's on, it seems like Cook's always going to be able to make it in. Good saves, but I mean, again, he's always coming in for these overtime shots. Cooks here's there when you need him.
Yep, and again, 2 minutes and 48 seconds in, Cooks clutches it up. But Markey was the lead scorer for Flipside. You see him just popping it right over the last defender, making him look bad, getting that goal.
But then the counter, Maestro was actually the stronger striker of Dem Girlz, always following up. Look at that, 1, 2, 3 touches, all of them right there at the ball.
Yeah, Maestro is nasty, and really he was the lead scorer for the Dem Girlz squad. He scored 5 goals in that series. and help them get those final 2. Remco did get that last goal to just add a little bit of icing on top of that win, but just losing out in the series. And it was a shame too, because in that game 1, Dem Girlz is known for their backboard plays, and we saw Maestro had a backboard shot with just 14 seconds left on the clock. He could have clutched it for Dem Girlz, and he missed that, and the Cooks ended up hitting his overtime goal. So Flipside turned that one from what was potentially going to be a loss into a victory in game 1.
It's truly just incredible to watch these guys play. I mean, if you think at like the normal Rocket League play, right? You put a shot on goal, you hope it goes in. You get a bit of a fancier goal, you're doing well for your team. At this level of Rocket League, that's not enough, getting the fancy shots on goal. You need to have super coordinated team setup where you have an idea, you know going into a play that your third guy is gonna knock it in, right? First person passes it, second off the backboard, third one in, something like that. These are the plays that these guys are bringing to the table. These are the best Rocket League players in the world. It's really cool to see, truly a lot of fun. Next up, we're gonna see Dem Girlz again, and they're gonna play against Mocket EU. Now, both these teams are looking pretty solid as far as their standings are concerned, but it should give us some even more awesome Rocket League action. So guys, we're gonna take a quick break here from twitch.tv/Rocket League. Please stay tuned. In fact, tell your friends this is going on. This is the best Rocket League play you're gonna see around. This is the Rocket League Championship Series. We'll be right back.